Alright, what's up, everyone? So, I kind of thought about consolidating all the trades that I've done since 2018 till now, and one thing I haven't actually tabulated them ever since I started the private groups, right? So I'm kind of trying to play catch up at the moment. This is just basically me being lazy, and we do so many trades, right, in a year, that I'm kind of shocked actually how many trades we've done, right? And it's kind of good to look back at these trades. So I thought, okay, I know that there are people who they record themselves eating, doing homework and stuff. So I'm just trying this out for the very first time. It's not gonna be a session where I'm gonna be speaking about the markets or anything. So if you're like kind of tuning in, hope you can ask me questions in the chat, but I'll be mostly just playing some music and just listening to Spotify and then just tabulating everything on an Excel spreadsheet. Looking at doing pretty much quite exciting stuff in 2021, hence that's why I'm finally getting down to doing this. And it's also great transparency for the folks in my private group, right? So at least they know that, hey, we've done great things. I think people tend to forget, and personally, as you know, I don't record my I don't like to brag about my past trades most of the time. In fact, I just basically let people know that, hey, your position is in the money, congratulations, stuff like that. So you're going to be having that full session where you can see all the trades in my Discord. Hence, this Discord is a one-way communication where I put out my trades, and you can see where I've done well in, where I've done badly in, stuff like that. What were accumulations? What were previously accumulations turned trades? What we had to swap out. It's a lot of work, guys. It's really, really a lot of work. I think we did pretty well for the year of 2020. Because we literally accumulated things from 2019. And Q1, Q2. So then just join me, chill out, and ask questions if you like. Hey, what's up, Flojo? And of course, Flojo is also part of the group. So if it's anything, you can ask him whether everything is legit or not.
어딘지 모를 꿈결 속에서 행복한 날도 본 것 같았어. 다가올 내일은 불안한 표정이지만 쉽게 나를 놓을 순 없네. 찬란한 빛을 향해 걸어 나를 가둘 듯한 미로 그럴 때마다 난 너를 기억해. 내 꿈을 잊지 않게 해줘. 별이 쏟아지는 곳에 우린 결국 함께 한다고. You are my future, future all the time. 힘든 시간들을 건너 너의 손을 잡고 싶어. You are my sunshine, sunshine all the day. 해가 밤을 돌아 아침을 또 만든 것처럼 날 비춰줘. 너는 또 다른 나의 미래 영원히 계속될 love. 너는 또 다른 나의 미래 I'll show you my love. 가끔 넘어져 상처가 나도 웃는 모습 난 그게 좋았어. 굳은 다짐들 한 번씩 무너지지만 너를 보면 견딜 수 있어. 찬란한 빛을 향해 걸어 나를 가둘 듯한 미로 그럴 때마다 난 너를 기억해. 내 꿈을 잊지 않게 해줘. 별이 쏟아지는 곳에 우린 결국 함께 한다고. You are my future, future
What's up? What's up? What's up, Corey? Guys, feel free to ask questions. Like I said, it's a chill out session. Come on in, join me. Come in, come out, whatever you guys like to do. Okay. Good afternoon, Corey. Hi, Ryan. Okay. Do you think ETH can outperform BTC by the end of quarter 2 2021? Big investors seem interested only in BTC. Okay. Elia D, I think outperform is very possible in terms of percentage, but I don't feel that I think let's say if I was to give a outperformance kind of review, I think your time frame may be slightly too short. I feel that it may be slightly too short. Try to give a longer term time frame, like for example you talk about the whole of 2021 instead of until quarter 2 2021. I understand that 6 months time frame is a long time for crypto, and yeah, sure, it is possible. I think that BTC is very topish at the moment, and it's actually good if BTC can actually hold the current levels and consolidate rather than it continuously just beasting for no reason. I did mention in a previous video that I don't find the average man liking BTC too much, or the retail liking BTC too much, because the price point it was just too quick, right? And since it went up too quickly, a lot of attention will shift to the next larger cap coin, which is, of course, you're right, Ethereum. I also did mention that Ethereum would be a better choice compared to BTC. But yes, but everyone else's attention, even the retail market, will be focusing on BTC, or at least trying their best to buy up whatever they can at the current price points. But it's just like gold, right? You look at gold, it went to 2000 USD at one point during the year. I can't really remember exactly when, but then after that, that's the part where I actually took profit on a good portion of my gold, right? And I decided to swap a little bit to crypto, swap a little bit to cash and some magic cards. So that's what I did. I was anticipating 3000 so I could sell off the rest, but or even 2005, not really that greedy, but that didn't happen. So yeah, that's possible. Would you invest long term in XRP? I think okay. So Mark Passio. So I hope I kind of answered the question, Eliade. So Mark Passio's question is, would you invest long term in XRP? I think firstly, I don't have any positions in XRP. It is a coin that is more of the stable coin for us back in 2017, right? It transacts very quickly, and I think there are many other alternatives for it right now, or as in there are many alternatives. For example, you have USDT, you have USDC, you have Paxo coin, stuff like that. So investing in XRP just feels a little bit off because there's no staking element for XRP, right? I think if there was a staking element for XRP, it would be provided by the exchanges, requiring liquidity. Hence, they want you to deposit, and they'll be willing to pay you an interest, because don't forget, XRP at the end of the day is also provided on most margin trading pairs. So what that means is that in order for you to take a position to short XRP, you need to probably borrow more XRP so that you can take a short position. Hence, there will be that demand, and exchanges who don't have enough XRP as liquidity will tap on the user base to lock in their XRP, at least for either a flexible window or a long-term window, say 30 days, 60 days, or whatever the time frame, paying you a interest. But does XRP itself give you any staking? I don't really remember that being the case, so I may be wrong, but this is what I remember. Yeah, so try to I the thing is why you're looking at XRP, because XRP did move. So it was very, very quiet for a long period of time on the charts, and then after that suddenly it just started to skyrocket, right? Or at least do better. So that being said, I would say that you are trying to play on the momentum, and who knows, don't ever take just purely my opinion. Sometimes you go by your own gut feel. XRP could potentially do well as well, right? Because it's also one of the top 10 largest market cap coins. And once BTC stabilizes or decides to consolidate, usually that inflow of funds that have come into BTC will start being a little bit more adventurous and move around. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on XRP. Yep.
너는 또 다른 나의 미래 I'll show you my love all the time 힘든 시간들을 건너 너의 손을 잡고 싶어 Sunshine, sunshine all the day 해가 밤을 돌아 아침을 또 만든 것처럼 날 비춰줘 너는 또 다른 나의 미래 영원히 계속될 love 너는 또 다른 나의 미래 I'll show you my
I never left the space, buddy. It's just that, just didn't do much content. LTC. Okay. Haha, thanks AM. Yeah, content wise, I kind of took a step back because I felt that the space, I didn't want to be in that space of pure speculation and without having the ability to back up my trades or my reasons for trades, right? So that was the reason why I just stopped doing videos, because I feel that there's so much lack in terms of actual token, how do you say it? Like intrinsic value. Yeah, so I just couldn't see myself talking about project and getting excited, and then yeah, I just stopped, so yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, man, or at least joining me for the stream. Would you invest? Okay, so LTC, yes, Rico. Yeah, well, everything is all about momentum, and I think in terms of what you call so in terms of LTC, right? LTC has moved, right? In terms of the chart wise, it's doing pretty well. It is that trickle down movement. I'm not sure whether BSV or Bitcoin Cash has moved as well, but they don't look very impressive the last time I checked those prices. But I know that LTC kind of moved, but it's just like okay, like right now, if you ask me, how many places really know about Litecoin, right? Everybody talks and focuses on Bitcoin, and even Charlie Lee moved to other projects already. Like, although he say that LTC is his baby, I don't really hear much wind of LTC compared to Bitcoin, right? I think the whole DeFi space and the NFT space, I think, will be heating up in the following, at least for 2021. I feel that is the prime spot. So I think Decentraland, Rarible, your Uniswap, these will look pretty good. For what, you didn't want to be a crypto guy in court trying to explain your channel? Yeah, I feel free to, I mean, I love I love comments like this as well. Feel free to explain what do you mean by explain your channel in court. There's nothing that I need to explain in court. Everything is my opinion, and at the same time, in terms of you're talking about what projects take me to court, like how is that possible? At the same time also, every single video that I do is always with disclaimers. You're entering a position, that's why everything transferred to private, right? Because private investors, they already know that this carries risk. Hence, putting out your information publicly and then also not stating the fact that it is a speculative space obviously will get you into trouble. But to be frank, whoever you are, there's no way that you can bring me to court because I put everything out with disclaimers, and I'm one of the most compliant content creators, especially when it comes to crypto. So I'm sorry if you have some hate or you entered a position, and it didn't turn out so well. But like I said, all information is dedicated there. Okay. No, don't worry, man. Like I said, sometimes the comments that come, I just really literally read it as it is. I'm not here to say, like I said, when you say court, sometimes you say, okay, this guy, you have people who don't have any, people just hate sometimes, and I'm not saying that you're hating, brother. Don't get me wrong. I'm an old man already. It's like you know when you're younger, you tend to be a little bit more aggressive and aggro about stuff, but I am already at this stage where I already clearly know what I do, and I'm still the kind of guy that is very accountable. Like if you want to look at most channels, right, I think the only person that probably has my respect still is Tizen, right? And we all made mistakes for shilling certain coins back in the day. Like we get excited, like I was really into quantum, right? And that turned out to be extremely disappointing from a performance standpoint. Like price wise, they just can't garner that interest. There was Huobi token as well. Huobi token, by the way, in terms of the exchange, the business is like doing extremely well. But is it doing better than Binance? Is it doing better than Coinbase, Gemini? That is the part where the transparency isn't there. So hence, if you look, and that's why I'm doing this chill session, guys. Just look at it. We just reached $3 on HT. Where is HT at the moment right now? It's like what, 410, right? So if you, of course, there were peaks during the year, but there wasn't much, there wasn't much movement other than that. Like it didn't go even to $10. So what I am suspecting right now, like if you look at Binance's price, right? Binance went to a low of I think $11 to $12 this year, right? But it recovered very quickly the moment BTC started pushing upwards. So I think the main crypto portfolio, where you can see on Masari.io, their holdings is very important, and I believe that their holding is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hence, kind of it helps out Binance's token price as well. So that was something that I did overlook. I'm always looking at the better deal as well. You know what I mean? Like when you see the token burn, and you see the kind of marketing strategies that they are incorporating. And when I saw Binance move rather quickly, I was thinking, okay, what would be the next big play? Which one would be? And I know that for a fact that Huobi is very compliant, and they are building presence in most countries in a very conservative yet legal manner. And I know that they're very legally compliant as well. Not saying that Binance isn't, but I just feel that Huobi is doing much more at length. But that being said, it doesn't show on the price, and that's the part that's relatively disappointing. So I kind of want to put it out there. Yep. So T-Will, Twill Lineman for hire. Yeah. No, man. Don't worry. I'm just also explaining. I think a lot of stuff I do, I always like to tend to want to put out my thoughts as well, because I haven't been doing much live sessions, like 2 kids, a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old. So forgive me, I'm it's not easy doing content, but thank you so much, man. Still bullish and DCA into F. Momo. Yeah. I'm still bullish on Ethereum. Definitely has, I feel that it's very suppressed, long overdue in terms of the potential for push in price. So yes. Okay, so what's your thoughts on the DeFi space? Will you be trading any of the coins? AM, yeah, okay, so here's my research, or at least my analysis on DeFi. I think DeFi coins in general on the DeFi platform, same thing, highly speculative, but the ROI is actually very good if you do pick them up relatively early. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that the you cannot set limit orders, right? Obviously not. You're buying or selling based on whatever availability or liquidity is there. To me, how it looks like is a very sophisticated Magic the Gathering exchange. Like literally everybody's putting out their price and the quantity of tokens for the or quantity of tokens that they have or they want to buy, right? So you are kind of scrambling, especially when the token price is doing very, very well. You're scrambling obviously to offload, right? So you're hoping that your price can match. But I think when it comes to a DeFi platform, you cannot care too much about slippages, which will occur if you are trading DeFi coins. But do I see the space doing very, very well? I think the use cases are going to be more prevalent or prominent when tokens, right, are going to be backed by something, an asset. I think backing up the token with a particular asset gives it more credibility. So maybe let me try to give an example. Let's say you see the whole digital art space, right? But however, digital art is a bit unique. The digital art space has already transitioned to nifty gateway, right? Or Rarible, or some kind of nifty marketplace. It's not going to be as, it's speculative, but at least everything is consolidated in one place. Whereas if you trade DeFi tokens, you are probably doing yield farming or yield mining, right? Your trade. I think that's also a offering as well. But back to the whole scenario, can you make money? I say that with a resounding and confident yes. But can you lose money or have a rug pull situation where suddenly the volume just disappears? Definitely, because I think a lot of pump and dump groups will be operating in this manner already. They won't really be functioning purely on the exchanges because it's just much harder to coordinate these days. Whereas the DeFi platforms, your Curve, your Curve, your Balancer, your Uniswap will be easier to quite kind of coordinate this kind of stuff. So that's my thoughts on it. Are you still bullish on quantum? Hope you're well, brother. Yeah. For quantum, guys, no, I actually have not visited them as a consolidation, guys. I'm gonna play some music. My baby is crying for milk, so I gotta go. But I'll be back. Okay, just listen to some music first.
잔잔한 울림이었지 늘 어두웠던 내 세상에 빛이 내렸지 넌 그걸 알까 때로는 실바람같이 문득 떠올라 미소 짓는 옛 추억같이 넌 내게 왔어 day and night 우린 그 거리만큼 먼 길을 돌아 만나진 걸 꼭 안고 싶어 네 지친 하루가 쉴 수 있는 꽃나였으면 해 가끔은 우울해졌지 말할 수 없어 내 맘 속엔 비가 내렸지 넌 알았을까 널 잃는 꿈을 헤매다 깨면 깊은 한숨 그 뒤로 가슴 아려와 day and night 고작 그 거리만큼 먼 너를 보며 아파하고 수많은 밤과 더 많은 낮 동안 사랑한 나를 알아주기를 말해주기를 해가 되기 바로 전 새벽이 가장 어두운 거라고 all day and night 그 거리만큼 먼 길을 돌아 만나진 걸 꼭 안고 싶어 늦어진 하루가 쉴 수 있는 꼭 나였으면 해 벌써 오래 까맣게 잊혀진 채 살아 낡은 소매와 지친 어깨로 매일 반복된 곳에 다시 너를 뜨겁게 사랑한 기억
Sorry about that, man. So went to make some milk. Yeah, I'm back, but I'll probably have to go in just in case she calls me to buy to kind of pacify her. Okay. Wait. Sorry, I need to get back to a question. Not crypto related, but what do you think of Scotch whiskey as alternative investment? I feel that yes, there are people who are investing in Scotch whiskey. And I think that is actually okay, as long as guys, the particular asset or alternative asset is doing better than traditional markets or doing better than and growing your money over time, right? That's a good investment, and it has enough market history, price history to validate this. Yes, and wine, right? Wine, whiskey, especially in the top brands, are always very sought after. I think the Macallan, if I'm not wrong, is very popular. I'm not a whiskey drinker, guys, so please don't fault me. But yes, Macallan 18 or 18 years and above, they tend to be very, very sought after. And I think there are families who give their sons or whatever, all this kind of stuff. Even vintage watches, Rolexes, Daytonas, all these are very, very sought after, right? Hey Ryan, I believe we are all disappointed in the value of some cryptos, but everything in this space is speculative until regulations are in place, from the commodities to NFTs. Yeah, true. True, Corey. And Corey, you've been around since like what, 2017 or maybe earlier. So, I mean, my viewers are always very savvy. People who have watched me are always watching me. I'm a small content creator now. So naturally, those who still follow me still always enjoy really what I have to say. But other than that, yeah, there are a lot of new people. You were talking about quantum. Oh, you okay? So yeah, quantum. Well, okay. Let's just put it this way. I think they were hot. They were hot back in 2017. Then they really went really damn quiet, like literally under the radar, doing a little bit of marketing here and there. Then they were very late to the DeFi game, right? Like starting the whole DeFi thing after when Uniswap, Curve, everyone was just bigger, better, compound. And then after they tried to do the and then at the same time, Kyber network was faster. They were really developing they were really a decentralized exchange as a brand, right? Like you kind of want to know your value proposition. So Quantum was much more of a, they wanted to do the, oh shit, what's that called? They wanted to basically be a better Ethereum, a smart contract platform. Yeah, okay, now I remember. Built on the Bitcoin network. Yes, that is the theme, right? So why say that or why state that? Obviously, you're stating that you're more secure as well, but you run faster smart contracts or more efficient, better gas fees, so on and so forth. But a lot of the projects actually left Quantum, and they are either working on a faster, cheaper network, or just not working on any projects at all. So it's just literally a whole cycle of movement, right? So that's my thoughts. Am I still bullish? The price wise has made me have no reason to be bullish on it. To be frank, I repeat myself. I exited Quantum when it went parabolic. I did re-enter a little bit of that profit into it, like $30, went down, because we all thought that, it was just a very sharp dip, would have recovered at least, but truly a lot of coins didn't see daylight after that, and very few, only BTC we can safely say has revisited its peak and has exceeded. Will that happen for other coins? Yes, that's what we wait and see, right? Like everything that has dropped 90%, some have recovered 50%, some have already over exceeded. For example, Binance, right? Binance has done so well by not just it over exceeded its peak. So I think also the what they hold within their portfolio is very important, right? So these are the traits, or these are the cryptocurrencies that you want to identify. Everybody, of course, started with the Uniswap and stuff like that, and everybody's just still figuring out. To be frank, whenever I get people telling me about this coin, that coin, and whatever, right, to me, you're just throwing money. I do not know how much you're throwing into it. So for all you know, you threw $100 or $1,000 into it, and that was just it. But you're telling me about the information. But if I make a decision to enter, it's definitely not $100 to $200. So I could never take your information literally until I actually did my research. So sometimes I'm thankful that people share stuff with me, but I'm also like always skeptical. I've always been. I kind of like my clean record on a high hit rate. When we make money, and we make money we can sustain. I think that's very important. So that's the thing. Whiskey in the cupboard is better than the fiat in the bank. Yeah, definitely, man. Okay, gonna check out on my kit. Once again, I leave you with my music.
가끔 웃게 해준 희미해진 너 그리워 어느 날 우리 한 번쯤 우연히 만나요 눈이 부시게 이별했던 그날처럼 어느새 우리 서로가 몰라본데도 낯선 발길로 지나쳐도 그냥 그렇게 두고 쉽게 사라진 꿈이지만 조금 어렸었던 부족했던 나 아쉬워 어느 날 우리 한 번쯤 우연히 만나요 눈이 부시게 이별했던 그날처럼 어느새 우리 서로가 몰라본대도 낯선 발길로 지나쳐도 그냥 그렇게 두어요 늘 가슴에 남아있던 꿈을 이렇게 보낼 수는 없으니까 돌아선 나에게 다시 한번 내 이름 불러요 어느 날 우리 또 다른 시간에 만나면 눈이 부시게 살아왔다 꼭 할 수 있길 어쩌면 내가 하얗게 그댈 잊어도
So guys, just to repeat myself, right now I'm just chilling, doing some consolidation of all the trades. If you have questions, feel free to ask the questions. I'm just looking through all my past trades for 2020. So if you're wondering what session this is just a very chill session where I'm just we can talk about the markets, you can ask me questions, say hi, and stuff like that. Okay, and of course there'll be music playing in the background, so it's a chill out session.
떠올린 네 모습 너의 향기 그렇게 그렸던 네 눈빛이 다가와 이 시간이 멈춘 것 같아 이 따뜻함을 간직하기에 너무 많이 돌아오지 않았나 그래도
Well, Rico, basically the whole marketing side was so-called we stopped doing marketing, so I had to let the guys go. At the same time, with regards to trading and investing, I have a different team at the moment. Everybody wanted to pursue different things. For example, Andy is now in pharmaceutical, and then Orbiton, which basically he was always behind the scenes anyway. So Orbiton is doing his own thing with regards to developing and stuff like that. So we all can say we separated. But yeah, I'm still here. I still trade crypto. I still invest in crypto. I know that Andy still trades and everybody still invests and trades in crypto. Okay, nobody's leaving the space completely. It's just that we're not together. But I have a new team. So just basically me and a few other guys, we analyze the markets, but I'm the front, I'm the face, and I always have been. Do you think that USDT may have problems in the next few years? Why would you assume that there would be a problem? Compliance? I feel that probably it will be a shift because there are more competitive stablecoins out there, and it's all about who can offer the best rates, right? So right now, I think most exchanges, it depends on what is being offered. So as long as there is a healthy offering, a demand for liquidity, for example USD Tether, I think there's no reason to pull away from it. I understand that Coinbase uses USDC, right? So since it's more on USDC, right? So I think USDC is more of a I guess it's always country specific. You know, if one country can say that, okay, USDC is just more stable or more regulated, we like the way it's managed, right? They will be more inclined to approve and use that particular stable coin. But then you have every other exchange creating their own, like Gemini has GUSD, right? So when you have what you call, I'm not sure whether Coinbase uses USDC, so okay, forget about that. So even Binance has BUSD, right? Binance USD, and then Huobi has HUSD, but those have very, very poor offerings, right, in terms of pairs, and the liquidity isn't fantastic. So they usually try to incentivize you by giving you a better rate for every USDT you convert, or they try to give you a better staking rate. Hence, for example, you convert USDT to HUSD and you decide to stake HUSD or something like that. They'll give you some percentage that should be relatively more attractive. But I think back to it, it's always a margin play, right? So whichever token or stablecoin is required for the margins, and if it requires, let's say, anything from longing to shorting, so usually USDT is for longing, so you want more USDT in your exchange, you don't have enough liquidity, you tap on your user base. So I'm giving you, say for example, 10% per annum. It can go up to even higher during peak season, right? Maybe 14%, 15%, I don't know, I'm just giving quotes here. Accrued interest daily. That means you can earn interest as someone who is lending the exchange USDT for people who are requiring or borrowing this USDT. So that remains to be why you're saying that USDT may not be as favorable. I'm not very sure, unless of course they really are not as they did something wrong, like really they really messed up big time, like they want to create some kind of exit. I don't think that's really I find it very stupid if they really did do that, because right now they're just so widely used across so many exchanges, right? I would feel that would be a very unlikely scenario. But yes, when you think about it, there are certain exchanges that don't even use or accept USDT anymore. So what happens then? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that remains to be a uncertainty. Yeah, and I think recently I think stablecoins have been stablecoins are like coming back into the market, and people are asking, should you even invest in stablecoins? You put your money in stablecoins because you want to earn an interest on it, because you know that USD, your actual fiat, is giving you shit, right? Shit off interest. So you putting and staking in an exchange, a credible exchange, you're earning 10% per annum, man. As opposed to what, like 0.1%, less than 1% on a fixed deposit in your bank. I think it's a clear-cut winner, right? So that's the only reason. Other than that, you have to trade. You have to offer if you're someone who's buying and selling Bitcoin or buying and selling some kind of crypto for USDT, you're always earning a spread, right? 1 or 2%, 1.5%, whatever it is. It's very, very standard. Yeah, so I kind of hope I covered a little bit more on that.
궁금한 게 너무 많아 미로 같은 세상 속 길을 잃지 않는 방법이 뭘까 내 걸음만 느린 것 같아 숨차게 달려봐도 빛인 그만큼 멀어지는 걸 알고 있니 내가 그린 내일엔 네가 있단 걸 너와 같은 꿈을 꾸는 건 저 하늘을
this EOS trade that we have here, right? Okay, so this EOS trade was done for the reason of the anticipation of voice. So we went in at the levels, right, which was relatively low. We would prefer obviously like around $2, which I think it went kind of close to. And then voice was, after that they made an announcement that voice wasn't done or not going to be built on the actual EOS blockchain but a private blockchain. I was like, what the fuck, no one's going to use EOS, no one's going to stake EOS already, then the demand is not going to be there. But we managed to I remember we managed to exit profitably, and then we swapped to HT, right? Because at that point EOS was performing better in terms of price, so we were able to get more HT for every EOS that we had. So yeah, anyway, yeah, just sharing with you guys.
파도가 밀려들어 우리 물들일 때 falling I'm falling 온 세상이 놀랄 수 있게 더 크게 소리쳐봐 I know 너와 같은 꿈을 꾸는 건 저 하늘을 걷는 것 별들이 물이 지어 우리 비춰줄 때 falling I'm falling 어제보다 밝은 미래가 널 기다리고 있어 Oh baby dream 어쩌면 운명이겠지 그대의 얼굴이 떠오를 때마다 가슴 툭툭 떨려오는 맘 이미 정해진 그대가 아닐까 My love
So at this point, our entries for EOS are already profitable. It's just that we don't want to add on anymore, and we're just holding on to the trade. So yeah, it was a good trade early in the year.
My love 들릴까요 너로 인해 웃고 조용히 뛰는 내 마음 매일
I think, well, you must understand that EOS has a very large token supply, right? And like I said, what is it being offered? It's a POS, right? It's a POS coin, but where's the so-called the demand for it? Like, it took so much of the public's money, but then again it failed to deliver. Like I guess, okay, one thing I can safely say, let me soften the music. When companies, okay, do you guys remember this company called 10x? 10x basically raised 80 million in a very short period of time, right? But then somewhere along the line, they were trying to create this whole crypto wallet, crypto ecosystem where you can largely use crypto, and somehow they just failed to make the right connections. And then of course, about a couple of years later, you have MCO, right, that managed to just work well with Visa, and that's also a whole lot of shit, because like crypto.com until now is still approving my account, and that's like 3 months ago. I have not had my MCO account approved, right? I just want to test it out, and I understand it's just very simple debit card that allows you to deposit your crypto, and then from then you can easily spend your crypto. That's what 10x wanted to achieve initially, but they clearly didn't. And then sorry, I'm just telling the story first and leading up to your EOS question. So so you have 10x doing all that, getting the kick-ass office in Singapore. I think like one of the largest, and their office is basically it wasn't too far away from my previous office, when I was still in a co-working space. So that was at Clarke Quay. So they had I think one of the largest offices lot, right? Then a lot of people. Then after a while, I think they just failed to deliver. They created the so-called this. They wanted to create an exchange, and then that didn't really take off as well. So I think all that money, right, is just sloshing around, trying to find a direction, trying to target where they can kind of revive. But I think they are just purely a disappointment, right? And you can clearly see that from the price, guys. The 10x token is like fucking still dog shit, right? And there's no real demand, right? Like at the end of the day, the market must want to buy the token for a reason. Even if it's a speculative reason, it's still a reason better than nothing at all. But yeah. So EOS, kind of the same thing, right? Like, why do we even want to hold a EOS token? So a large part of us holding tokens sometimes is initially was the governance, like the ability to vote. Like you can vote you can have a say in the network. So initially it was smaller players. Then after that, they decided to have larger nodes that have a say. Then you can start delegating and staking. Everybody likes to feel being part of something bigger. I think that's the right term to use. But being in the space for so long, and you keep saying decentralized, having whatever, but after a while, decentralized is just like, so what? You know what I mean? Like, you still need a direction. You still need to have, when you run a company, you need to have a certain corporate direction, a goal. And then when people see that goal and agree with that goal, and they see progress, naturally the demand becomes organic and not some market making bullshit. You know what I mean? So I guess there will be many projects that have raised a lot of money that I think there's just so many. Just to name a few, I think EOS is one of them, and Dan Larimer, right? Dan Larimer had so much success with Steemit, right? He was the original creator of Steemit, but who uses that platform right now? I guess you still have people using that platform, but not many people like say that they're using Steemit these days. Like, no one's really stating that they are accumulating Steemit, stuff like that. So I just think that it's very passe already. So have to move on. I think the NFT space excites me much more, because you can kind of see that, okay, maybe for now it gives the opportunity for those digital art, people who are creating digital art, a way of monetizing that art. And it's quite interesting. It may be a trend, so I don't know, but I hope to see more things that are like sculptures and maybe old vintage products like that start linking there. But I don't think that can happen. I realize why you can't put old stuff on it, because you cannot validate the source. Whereas new products, for example, virtual products, right? The artist can say that this is the one of one, because it was just minted recently. Whereas, let's say if you, for example, you found this Qing Dynasty bowl, okay, or the Han Dynasty bowl, a bowl, okay, let's just assume there has to be at least a oversight committee agreeing that, okay, this Qing Dynasty bowl is one out of 500 that were made. You know what I mean? How do you validate that? So I was kind of considering that. I was like, oh shit, yeah, you can't, because you need to have the genesis. You have to have the genesis, the part to validate the genesis token or the genesis item. So the digital art you can do that for the digital art or virtual item, right? Because we all know that, or at least the person who minted it knows that, okay, this is really the one-off within this space. Whereas if you say that, okay, you found that Qing or Han Dynasty bowl, like, how many are there in existence today? Like, no one can really tell you the accuracy of that. So I realized, you can't. So probably what would be the next best thing would be properties, right? Property developers trying to raise funds or release capital from their existing properties, their property portfolio. Hence, they can say, okay, I know that I have this amount of units in this acre of land. I am the one that owns the title deed to these properties. Everyone can be accounted for, and it's easily validated on that sense. So I think property would be probably one of the ways. Gold kind of tough as well. It'll be based on inventory of that particular company that is kind of incorporating their token, their bullion on it. So I kind of feel that one is a little bit iffy. Yeah, but other than that, it's going to be a development for the Nifty space. Okay. Hey, what's up, Tom? Yeah, okay. Okay, there are a few questions already. Let me kind of get those questions out of the way. I've got my MCO card. I'm staking on it for now. I haven't used it charge anything, and process was about 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, okay, sounds right. Didn't EOS have a token airdrop about a year ago, and they made an EOS network? Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. It's just, not as popular, I guess. Okay, so okay, you were a proponent of PundiX. What are your thoughts now? Oh wow, Free Ducky. We invested in Okay, so full probably your when we were invested in PundiX, right? We felt that they were onto something, but sadly, their POS was not very popular in Singapore. And the reason is very simple. Singapore has a very, very strong and very strong financial system. Everything works very efficiently. Like, it was such a hurdle for them because I was observing how they were putting out their POS system, and that was where they were working at their co-working space at that time, which was along Tanjong Pagar, right? That's the place they were at. So they rented a space there, and then they were trying to get the pubs and the restaurants to get people to use the PundiX POS system and the card. So it was an uphill climb to educate the patrons. The patrons to use the PundiX card. Obviously, they tried saying, okay, for every time you spend with your PundiX card, you get 10% off, right? Then, of course, the rest of us who do have PundiX, you can just use the PundiX. But back to it. If the PundiX token doesn't hold its value, you top up $100 and it becomes 5% less, 10% less. Nobody likes that feeling. Hence the whole USDT being the kind of better option where I pay $100, I top up my card with $100, it stays as $100. And PundiX eventually kind of had to move out of Singapore because the cost is obviously very high in Singapore, and they kind of moved their operations remotely. I think they went back to Malaysia, and then they ventured to emerging Europe, right? Eastern Europe or Argentina, Venezuela. One thing I must admire about the team is that they're willing to go where no one else is willing to go, right? And I admire Danny and Zach for that. But then again, I think they had a few mistakes. For example, they just had such a large token supply that when they did that, I think I kind of was wondering why they did that. But then, okay, that's more of a private reason. I don't want to reveal that. That was a very private reason why they had just such a large token supply. I'm not sure whether they revealed that publicly already, but I think I leave everything to Zach and Danny. Okay, we're still friends, so I don't want to like say stuff that I don't have the full facts on. But to me, when you have such a large token supply, and at that time the demand had already come down because the hype of 2017 died down when BTC took a large dump, and not having the ability to find strong adoption, naturally every token just goes downhill. Okay, and from there, when you can't capture the core markets, naturally your token also just suddenly just dies away. So yeah, but same thing. I personally traded my ICO tokens at that time, and I couldn't even dump it on Binance. I couldn't sell it on Binance. I took profit on an exchange that I cannot even remember now. It was quite risky for us, but at that time it was the only option for us to sell off our PundiX tokens after ICO. So these days, obviously, ICO tokens have a distribution schedule, meaning to say that you're not gonna have all your tokens one shot the moment it's given to you as a distribution. You're gonna have anywhere from a 3-year lock-in, where you gradually get a percentage of your tokens across, say, 2 years, or even a whole financial year, 1 year, before you receive all your tokens. No such thing as you put in like 20k, you're gonna get your 20k worth of tokens immediately so you can dump on exchange. No one's doing that for you anymore. It doesn't exist. So yeah, so that's that, right? So the whole ICO space, as you can see, is very quiet. I noticed, and I've checked recently, that there are some that are asking for ungodly amounts, but the actual raise is like falls short by so much. Like literally so small amounts are being raised at this point in time. So I think the whole ICO space still exists, but it's just very, very quiet. So it's not the same anymore. Okay, so Tom Voss, how's your MTG collection doing? It's doing pretty well, actually. The values have gone up quite a lot. Like, cards like City of Brass, the dual lands are doing so well. Reserve list cards are doing fantastic. So yeah, I'm just I'm just building whatever I can. I'm trying to see whether it's my second year for MTG. It's not like I have a long history of collecting them, but so far the positions are looking very, very healthy. They're holding value very well. In fact, they're appreciating in value. So I'm kind of pleased with that. Okay, so next question. Ryan, an opinion on Coinbase IPO and your pre-IPO token contract on FTX. Okay, for Coinbase IPO, I think don't forget that you are definitely buying at a premium, right? And in the long run, I think it's gonna be great growth for Coinbase. So if you are someone who prefers to have the stock, Coinbase is definitely a buy, right? But it depends on how much on top of their valuation are they putting it up for IPO. So what I always prefer is that people buy gradually after the pump, the initial pump phase, right? Because there's so much hype. You can have a little bit of allocation at least at the beginning to kind of capitalize on the hype once it get listed, because I think a lot of people who are still stock traders or stock investors would prefer a company that has strong revenue and profits, and Coinbase definitely falls in that category. But I don't get the other question though. The second question is the pre-IPO token contract on FTX. I'm not doing anything on FTX, so I have no knowledge of that, so I will not have any comments. Okay, so next question is, I think there's someone who mentioned, okay, do you feel in this bull run that 2017 will back holders of the useless shit large caps will artificially pump the prices of their coins to sucker in the unknowing noob retail dump on them? Yes, that will always occur. That doesn't change. Yeah, it doesn't change. AM, there will always be the pump and dump groups, right, that will attract people for fast gains. Don't forget. So for the 9 people that are watching at this time, just remember one thing, that people like fast gains. Okay, and when BTC starts to slow down and not offer any gains, people will start venturing out using their BTC. From there, this BTC will start moving around and sloshing around in whatever shitcoin that you can think of, and everybody will come up with whatever excuse like why it's being pumped, they'll try to consolidate with some news or whatever. But yeah, I feel that it's all BS, right? So to me, price history is one thing, but having actual news, public information for us to work on is very important. And pump and dump groups work in a private manner. So they may make you feel very exclusive at the beginning, but eventually they're going to use you. Yeah, so I'm going to get some water, guys. Very parched. Okay, so Corey and investors. So Ryan, we all know money and value is not created out of thin air. So what so how is it that some of these protocols say you can earn 7 to 12% on their crypto unless you earn the percentage in crypto and not in value? Corey, you answer your own question. Yes. All this staking is basically distribution of tokens. So I definitely have covered such a question before. I'm not sure whether as an episode itself, but I definitely in my 4 years in this space, I definitely did state that the tokens are token distribution, when the percentage is the distribution of the percentage based on how much they need to distribute out into the circulating supply, right? Because everything is pre-mined, and then after that, when they have their pause, they have to dedicate a portion for the mining or for fees and stuff like that. After that, they have to do a certain amount of distribution through the fees, through the mining. Either it's delegated or you're doing small scale mining or whatever you want to call it, or POS, right? Staking. Not mining, staking. So from then, that percentage, that 7 to 12%, you are right. It's basically in the reserve or in the treasury and just gradually being distributed. So it's an inflationary kind of thing. It's not deflationary, because there are more coins that are going to hit the market over time. So will the demand of the price keep up as people earn the tokens? The quick answer is that people usually dump. Miners always dump. A very good example is what happened to Uniswap. What happened to Uniswap when their incentive was changed? Immediately, the liquidity providers moved to Curve or moved to every other or Sushi Swap or whatever, because of the better incentive. So same thing. Initially, there will be that demand and there was a price appreciation. But then right now, you look at Curve. Curve's price couldn't sustain, because every time there was earnings in Curve, the liquidity providers would dump the Curve to cover costs, right? It's business at the end of the day. So think of it this way. If you were to say, Bitcoin is just the only kind of unique token that just holds value, because just the demand is just so strong. Everybody just Bitcoin. It's a brand. Try to understand. It's like Prada. It's like Gucci. It's like Hermes. It's like Rolex. It's already branded already. So sometimes, if you want to kind of equate that same intrinsic principle, you cannot. It's not the same. So let's say we talk about quantum, for example. Does quantum allow itself to hold the value over time? For whatever reason that is staying at this current $2.50 mark, whatever reason, right? When it holds the $2.50 mark, it doesn't really does it offer me a potential for growth? Maybe. If they start at least kind of declaring that they are starting to have revenue, they are already making money by operating and not still finding funding to increase valuation, that is just so much more encouraging, right? But could you find private funding to keep on going? Sure. I think that's also a possibility, but everything is a long shot at this point of time. So like I said, we are in a space where people still will always be skeptical, because a token is not a stock, right? A token is like a digital asset. It's traded, but companies not necessarily want to back up their actual P&L or their financial performance on the token. They rather let the community decide that value, because they are taking it from Bitcoin. They're taking the example from Ethereum, where just being first out of the gate. I think being first is so important. Like, look at Uniswap. Uniswap's value is still kind of okay, $3.70, and then you have whatever else that comes out. Like, I heard there are white swap and all that shit. There's seriously a lot, guys. Like, freaking hell. Like if you ask me, I think the next 10 years would be very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, the next 10 years would be very interesting, because after 10 years, 10 years more, you start to see more stability. You will see more players that are already well known, where you have more brands being able to hold their own. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna see them drop 90% anymore. And everyone's hanging on to that hope that their token is one of the top percentage of the ones that weed out. I think it's very, very normal to have this elimination process, but it happens through a long period of time. Hence, like I said, you have to be in it long enough. And I congratulate everybody. We're coming to the end of 2020. If you're still here, you're really a veteran. You're really a veteran like myself. We're all together in this space. We're just fucking pushing through, you know what I mean? And just building our portfolio, making adjustments along the way, trending, finding the trends come, the trends go, stuff like that. It's very, very fun. Alright, so back to my consolidation, guys. But yeah, feel free to ask questions along the way.
햇살이 눈이 부시게 내 앞을 밝혀주네요. 그대를 향한 내 앞을 한 걸음 가까워지면 설레는 나의 마음도 닫혔던 문을 열어요. 기억에 품고 있던 그대 모습이 지금 마주하고 있는 그대의 얼굴을 가려 이미 무색해졌죠. 오래전부터 그대를 사랑했던 맘 알고 있나요? My dear love, my dear love. 단 한 사람 오롯이 그대만 항상 바라보던 내가 있단 걸 가슴에 새겨줘요. 나를 꿈에서 매일 안겼던 그대가 옆에 있네요. 꿈이 아니길 바래요. 매일 밤 써내려가 빨간 나의 편지에 그댈 향한 내 맘 모두 담았죠. 비록 그댄 모르고 있었겠지만 오래전부터 그대를 사랑했던 맘 알고 있나요? My dear love, my dear love. 단 한 사람 오롯이 그대만 항상 바라보던 내가 있단 걸 가슴에 새겨줘요. 나를 수도 없이 참아왔던 그리움들을 이젠 그대 품에서 지워볼래요. 오래전부터 그대를 기다렸던 날 알고 있나요? My dear love, my dear love. 단 하루도 오롯이 그대만 사랑하는 사람 내가 있단 걸 가슴에 기억해요. 나를 나를 우리 수많은 사람 속에 스쳐 지나는 사람들 중 하나였다.
Yeah, so XTZ was a $1. We were in since 90 cents. I think back then was 90 cents to 150. So yeah.
살아갈 수 있었는데 지금 내가 아픈 건 누굴 탓해야 하죠. 사랑한다.
Yes. Actually, Pokemon cards are too hot at the moment for my liking, right? Think of it as the 2017 boom of crypto, right? Obviously, Pokemon has so much more history. It's just it's just so much more appealing, right? Because at the end of the day, it appeals to the fact that kids and adults like it, whereas MTG is very adult. It's large part adults, very very mature. It's like you don't have kids playing. You don't have like kids playing MTG. You know what I mean? Because it's not cute. The art is not cute, right? It has never been. It's a very mature crowd. So now with the whole Logan Paul, Steve Aoki really hyping the whole space up. I think you have even streamers like top streamers that do Overwatch like XQC. They're doing box openings, right? And of course, largely, what's his name, Leon Hart. The lawyer that turned into full on doing a Pokemon channel. Million over subscribers. So I as you know, I am someone who prefers to buy things on the low, like when things are quiet. I think everybody likes that. But now hype, you should start selling. But people are going very aggressive, like they are starting up stores, taking on inventory, bravely setting up a shop, right? That's extra liabilities. You're not really liquidating, but of course everybody wants to legitimize their collection and legitimize their business, hence they're opening. But I feel that it's like the whole bubble tea hype at that time, right? There was too many people buying bubble tea, that shops, the demand was there, but after a while the hype died down and a lot of shops went bankrupt. And then after that, the whole trend came back many years later, and bubble tea is kind of popular now, but it's more distributed, as they say, more brands, but you're not having like one core brand, like having long queue or whatever. It's really not that. So whether you can make money, I guess, if your service and your quality is still good, naturally you still can command steady revenue coming in. But yeah, Pokemon is just too hot at the moment for my liking. Like, if you ask me, if you have a collection and you want to sell, you should sell now when the strength and demand is there. Don't wait until when things start to drop down, then you go into it. It's a good time to exit, because it took a while to get to this point.
무슨 얘기를 해볼까 무슨 말을 써볼까 수도 없이 고민하다 한 글자 적었다가 다시 지워도 보고 하염없이 생각했던 날들 글로 써내려간 만큼 그리워하다가 네 생각에 취해서 잠들곤 했는데 이 바보야 옆에 있잖아 셀 수 없는 날들을 그리워했던 밤들을 애태웠던 사람 그 편지에 품어두었던 아껴둔 한마디 어려운 거니 널 사랑해 하얀 종이 위에다 너를 그려보다가 괜히 한번 웃어보고 설렘 마음에 취해서 너만 생각하다 보면 하염없이 가슴이 메어와
F is above, so 6th of February F is above 200. Okay, but then in March I think we took a dip and it went below I think even $100, so it's quite bad.
자꾸만 작아
Wait, let me check.
이 바보야 옆에 있잖아 셀 수 없는 날들을 그리워했던 밤들을 애태웠던 사람 그 편지에
Oh yeah. so in February, Ethereum was almost hit a high of 300, and then after it dropped to intraday. I think the intraday low was $85 or $90, then recovered to about 100. Yep. And personally, I think I made a comment. I personally made a comment that Ethereum would drop to about $50 or so, like before the demand would pick up, but unfortunately it didn't do that. So yeah, it really probably did its very harsh sell down. That was back in wait, let me just show you the charts, guys. So this was back in February, right? So this happened, right? This shit dip happened in March because of the whole coronavirus getting very, very bad. Then there was a dump. Then it went to the intraday of $86, right? So I thought, okay, because let's not see this, right? Let's just see, okay, there's a possible dump, and but it didn't happen. It held. It actually held it just $80 was the mark, man. And anybody who picked up at $80-$90, right, really is riding it out right now. Really, really good, guys. But of course, we did other stuff, Yeah.
어느새 그때가 부러워 내게 기대며
So guys, if you're joining me right now, just want to say hi. I'm just doing a chill out session just to consolidate all the 2020 trades. Feel free to ask questions if you have any questions. Yeah, it's just like I said, I'm just here for you guys. There's just so much things to recollect, so I'm just going through my Discord, just tabulating the trades done for 2020. Yeah, it's been a good year, guys. It's been a good year, and I hope you guys are doing great yourself, right? Hope your family, spending time with friends and family, especially during the close to the Christmas Day, and of course leading up to New Year's. 2020 hasn't been fantastic, obviously, because of COVID. Many countries locked down. Some even lost their family members or friends due to the coronavirus. Due to COVID. But yeah. Lost, and of course people lost their jobs. Hasn't been a fantastic year, I would say, as a whole, right? But trading has been quite good, actually, surprisingly. So, well, hopefully we have a better 2021, right?
I feel your everything be me. 낯선 온기들이 흩어져가 꿈꾸듯 그댈 따라서 세상이 닿는 이곳 I'm still by your side when I look into your eyes. Someday 영원할 것 같던 그 순간처럼 우연인 듯 나에게 찾아와줘. 곁에 언제라도 stay with me. 이렇게 항상 운명처럼 다가와 머물러줘 내게. 무너질 듯 아픈 시간들 이젠 스며든 너로 가득한데 나 홀로 버티며 그댈 기다릴게. Someday 영원할 것 같던 그 순간처럼
February we hit 10,000. Okay, so HPT, which is for people token, we went in super cheap, right? And then after that, basically it's it's actually not doing too well now, but it did pretty well when we got in. So that was the Hopi Pool side. Yeah, it cleared $5. Yeah, pre-March. Yes, these were good trades. Hopi and Hopi Pool. So Hedera hash graph, right? I think Hedera hash graph we're gonna do very, very well. I think 2021 H bar has another opportunity to do a good movement. So I think H bar, yeah, stay tuned, guys. I think this one should be okay. Of course, naturally, do your own research, and risk is always on you, right?
그런 예쁜 말 익숙하지 않아. 단 한 번도 내게 해준 적은 없지만 내 마음은 늘 그대 거였죠. 내 걱정은 늘 그대뿐이죠. Always your way. 널 향해 있을게. 일순간이 참 행복하다면 실려오다 내 마음에 심어졌지 너라는 작은 씨앗 하나가 햇살이 되어 매일 널 비추고 그대를 가꿔요 내 마음에 물을 주며 내 마음은 늘 그대 거였죠 내 걱정은 늘 그대뿐이죠 Always your way 널 향해 있을게 이 순간이 참 행복하다면 그대가 있어서겠죠 Always 잊지 마요 내가 있다는 걸 내가 없이 그대는 시들어버릴 것 같아 혼자 두고 싶지 않아 비고 지는 게 잠시라 해도 그 순간이라도
So EOS
할게
So EOS actually did better than expected. Our EOS trade did better than expected. So exited just nice at the close to $4. That's why I said we exited well, and then after it started to dump really. So this was pretty spot on. But it did better even after the announcement. EOS was still climbing, and then after that it was a dump. After that, so we didn't revisit EOS after the dump.
내가 있다는 걸 아무 말하지 않아도 그대 눈빛을 보면 전해지는 시린 마음 깊게 잠긴 목소리 옅은 그 미소는 긴 하루를 보여주네 지친 모습도 보이고 싶지 않아서
So one thing I realized that has been very very effective for at least any market that is vibrant, right, is dollar cost averaging. Very very important. And I think as much as you always like to find new shit, sometimes just sticking to the core ones, and even though you don't make the most money on pumps, but because you were building a position for such a long time or across a certain period of time, right, your overall total money value can actually be pretty significant because you are really focusing on building and accumulating a position. So I think that has helped out a lot. It's a good thing, and I think that goes for anything, people who build positions in property, people who build positions in a particular stock, dollar cost averaging their ETF index fund investments or whatever. It's really the same, guys. As long as that particular asset has shown and proven long-term growth, you build and build and build and build and build until you decide to cash out, and you move to something else. Yeah.
비록 내 품이 좁더라도 안아줄게요
Okay, this trade, Algorand. Okay, so what they write, not to confuse anyone, but this was a trade that was done last year. Okay, if folks can remember, I got in at a very small position at 28 cents. Current price is 0.337 cents if anyone's interested, but exited earlier than I would like because I felt there would be other trades that would be more attractive. In fact, if you look at the charts, it went close to my exit price of 31 cents, but now it's at 41 cents. Actually Algorand has quite a lot of things going on, so stay tuned guys. This is something that we might be visiting very very soon.
그냥 길을 따라 걸어가도 다시 여기 너의 앞에 두려웠던 나의 맘에 하얀 눈이 내려와. So I'm still, I'm here and I'll be there. 따뜻하게 기대어 이렇게 다시 너를 느껴. I'm still and I'm here. 이렇게 나도 널 담을게. 우리 서로 밀어내더라도 그 때문에 더 깊이 새겨져. 여기 또 거기 다른 하늘이라도 너의 맘을 기억해. And I'm still, I'm here. 흔들렸던 나의 맘에 네가 다시 다가와. So I'm still, I'm here and I'll be there. 얼어붙은 네 길을 지나 이렇게 다시 너를 만나. I'm still and I'm here. 다시 널 놓치지 않을래. 계속 네가 나를 밀어내도 혹시 나의 눈에 사라져도 여기 나 여기 곁에 늘 서 있을게. 나의 맘이 움직여. And I'm still, I'm here. 난 너의 기억이 다 지워질까봐 마음에 새겨둬. 너를 볼 수 없게 될까봐 시간이 늘 두려워. 다시 너를 찾아봐 또 이렇게. I'm still and I'm here. 다시 널 놓치지 않을래. 세상 어느 곳에 있더라도 어디라도 내가 찾아갈게. 여기 나 여기 곁에 늘 서 있을게. 나의 맘이 움직여. And I'm still, I'm here.
This so Kyber Network, right? Back in 2017 Christmas period, we were trading Kyber Network Ethereum. So that did very well for us. And then for the last 2 years, Kyber Network was just dead in the water, completely quiet. And back then when I had the marketing, we went to interview most of the crypto projects in Singapore. My interview with Loy Lu, Then yeah, they were, to me, they were one of the very first decentralized exchanges, doing the swaps and stuff. And then I think Kyber Network is doing pretty well in terms of price. Let's check. Yeah, they did very, very, very well this year. The whole thing really heated up. Wait. And then there's so yeah, okay. So back to oh wow, okay, because BTC became very strong. So they basically, wait. Oh, I really cannot remember the level, too long ago already. Shit. Oh wow, back to 88 cents. So it went up to a high of $2 and then down to 88 cents. Yeah, BTC too strong lah. Seriously too strong. Oh well.
조용히 지울 수도 없는 내 맘 뭐든 다 할 듯 가쁘다가 주저앉아 눈물을 삼켜요 어떤 날엔 그대가 어떤 날엔 울어요 행복을 빌어주는 님 너무 어려워서 난 한 번 더 그대 곁에 가고
Okay, take a look at EOS BTC. It looks like it's reaching a double bottom on the 1 day.
싶어요 그대여 내 다른 맘이
Give me a second, huh? Here's my chart.
그대만 볼 수 있다면 언제라도 벅차오르는
EOS BTC.
그런 사람 나이기를 어떤
Huh? I don't see a double bottom, it's still being sold down at this point of time. I'm not sure whether we are seeing are you looking at 4-hour time frame? Maybe you're looking at a 4-hour time frame, but the trend is still down, my friend. It's still too much. It's just too much. The dominance also, I think, is still too much in favor of BTC. So if you're trading BTC against EOS, right, I don't think it's going to be very favorable. Actually, it's not just EOS. Any crypto right now against BTC looks like shit. It looks like shit. I think. What is the only Ethereum I think has the best chance. BTC Ethereum still looks a little bit better, but overall everyone lost against BTC. Like every single altcoin is looks like dog shit on the chart against BTC. Seriously, so might not want to look at it at the moment. On KuCoin, I think no, I don't think it matters, right? Because a chart is a chart, right? Like it shouldn't be like if you're telling me EOS BTC, then it shouldn't be any different. Wait, let me see. Yeah, EOS BTC correct what? Yeah, this is a 1 day chart, my friend. It's a 1 day chart. Look at it. It's not but okay, wait. It's just so close to where it began, which is 8,552 Satoshi. like you might as well just queue there for a technical bounce. if you really want to put in some Bitcoin, right? You hope that there's a technical bounce there. Wow, okay. SEC unveils 1.3 billion suit against Ripple over XRP. Okay. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff happening, you know. Or everyone's trying to claim money from the billion-dollar crypto projects. Yeah, but not attractive, my friend. Just not so attractive. If you're talking about USD Tether, maybe you have more opportunities to make money. But if I assume you're trading with BTC, stay in BTC, man. Stay in BTC for now until the dominance turns. Then you want to throw a little bit of BTC to altcoins, do so. Yeah, but not now. On a side note, man, do you guys watch these Korean shows? Like, this is Crash Landing on You. I mean, my wife absolutely loves this. You know, and then there's the recent Netflix show called the Startup. Wow, that kind of got to me because you know, starting a business is never easy, and they were out there finding partners, trying to get investors. But of course, naturally, the show is about 3 coders, right? And then a CEO that didn't have a very high academic level, then, you know, stuff like that. It's quite a good show. I would say it's for the younger generation, but I mean, as an entrepreneur, to watch this it's pretty legit. Of course, there's still a little bit of drama here and there, but yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite a good show to watch. Yeah, I'm always zoomed out, Rico. I don't go for short term stuff. So I was definitely looking at one day and trying to zoom out, but it looks bad.
작은 그 사진처럼 영원히 내 맘속에 영원히 알고 있나요 그대 때문에 오늘도 내가 살아가요 외롭지 마요 다시 아프지 마요 이렇게 내 마음을
Oh yeah, all the HYIP stuff.
가요
Right, so HYIP stuff like this shit, you know. I mean you see this kind of stuff on Facebook, right? 3,000 in 30 days starts today, you know. So these are the high yield investment programs, you know, stuff like that. Very normal. Everybody wants to get your Ethereum or your BTC at the moment, so stay vigilant, guys.
소리 기억하니 다
Probably gonna call it in about 10 minutes, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, just recalling all my trades if you're wondering if you're stepping in at this point of time.
너와 마주 앉아 입 맞춰 부르던 노랫소리를 기억할까요 우리 두 발을 나란히 맞춰 걷던
Sometimes I respect streamers, man. The ones on Twitch, you know, they stream for like 8 hours straight. Wow, massive respect, man. It's like, wow, it's like playing a game for 8 hours is like it's pretty brutal, eh. Very brutal, man. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, I guess it's like work, right? But yeah, if you enjoy a particular game and you want to get good at it, then naturally you probably want to stay on. But I don't know, man. Like, I've always wondered. But yeah, it makes good money, but not many reach that level. Yeah. I still prefer like trading, you know. You still can go out, you still can have fun, you know, with the family, run your errands and stuff like that. set a stop loss, take profit limit, stuff like that. It's more relaxing, This is where H bar started to move. Yeah, so the whole March was H bar focus. Wow, 6 cents. Okay, so we entered at about 2 cents, 3 cents. Yeah, then it doubled up. So yeah, so I think it's good to kind of recap, for creating, my group, right? We learned to make money in crypto. We use the profits to clear debt. We use the profits to build legacy assets. Hasn't changed since we started. Good, very good.
듣고 있나요? 많이 그리울까요?
So, having unrealistic goals, quick flip mentality, and clearly just wanted to make fast money, the lack of maturity and foresight has weeded out most of these individuals. The next wave will bring in the same folks, cash out and rinse and repeat the process. Okay, so that's basically when the new blood comes in, right? It will be in the same level as the Pokemon hype, right? A lot of noobs throwing lots of money. Of course, there will be whales who have money who want to throw it into the space. That's when you cash out. It's just the way the market works, guys. This group are clearly action takers, and okay, so my group has clearly been yeah, I'm very thankful they are action takers. When I have conversations with them, no matter whether they are coming in with a 5-figure capital or 6-figure capital or whatever, right? I'm thankful that they follow the calls and the allocations quite diligently. That's something very good, and I'm very happy. It's like I said, I don't do workshops because I feel that workshops are just so it's great for me, but it's not great for the people who are attending the workshop, because you have to cram so much information in a short period of time, right? Nobody's gonna successfully pull off anything. So I feel that this subscription model is just so good, where you take your time to learn. It's at a low cost. Like what more can you say? You just learn over time. Yeah. So current portfolio as of March was HT 50%, HPT. Alright, last 4 minutes. Then I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Gonna get some sleep. Need to go and collect some cookies and stuff like that for Christmas. deliver some presents, and yeah, it'll be 2 more days to Christmas already. Imagine the whole year is about to end. It's like, it's just not too long ago, it seems like January, and then now it's already end of the year. Well, good riddance 2020. It's a shit year lah, I would say, for a lot of people. Yeah. Ay. Is it? Yeah, it's 5:26 in Singapore. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, my friend. You know, sometimes you just do stuff you can't. When you have kids, you don't have the luxury of doing stuff during a certain time. You have to wait for them to go to bed, stuff like that. So enjoy it while you're single, guys. Or if you're running a business, make sure you grind it out while you're single and you have no children, no commitments. Don't be like Uncle Ryan, doing it when you have 2 kids. One of the toughest things to do.
놓칠 것 같아서 특별한 말이 아니라도 화려한 말이 아니라도 오직 나만이 할 수 있는 말 우리 처음 만난 그날엔
Oops. So I just got a copyright warning for playing the lovely music. Well, but anyway, not trying to monetize the content anyway, just chilling and listening to music. Right, probably have to continue this tomorrow, my dear friends. Thank you for joining me on this chill out session. I think it was very enjoyable. Never done it before. Yeah, if this kind of stuff makes good content, I'll do it once in a while. But I'll probably be doing it in the next few days because I still have to finish off so I need to take note that I'm now at the 19th of March. So yeah, I want to slowly write, like have to consolidate all the stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it's good to remember the traits or the shit traits, the good traits that you did during the year. So yeah. Okay, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me, and of course, if you have benefited from the channel in some way, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you have your friends who are new to crypto, I think would appreciate you sharing my channel. And of course, if they subscribe, they learn something, that's also always beneficial for me, and at the same time they learn to do it in the right way. All right, guys, have a good evening, and see you in the next live stream.